the past few years, the term capsule wardrobe has become more popular in the fashion industry. It's a trend that has women jumping on board, but today's stylist Reachel Bagley is making the case for a back-to-school capsule wardrobe, not for women, but for kids. I am so on board with this idea. Talking to my sister just the other day, what a struggle it is to outfit kids every season. It's expensive, so this back-to-school capsule wardrobe can solve that problem. For those who may not know, tell us what the capsule wardrobe is all about.
So basically, a capsule wardrobe is just a collection of items that can be mixed and matched together, so you get more outfits out of fewer pieces.
But you're working those pieces in creative ways, is that right?
Absolutely, yeah. The whole point why I think it makes the most sense for kids is kids are growing out of things all the time, right?
Oh,
as soon as you get them, like, they're already outgrown them by winter.
It's true.
And so for this, you can really maximize the wear out of those pieces of clothing.
And then any basic rules to follow when we're creating this capsule wardrobe targeted toward our kids' closets?
Well, I wouldn't say rules, but I would give you some guidelines on how to get started, because we want to be as creative and have as much fun as possible. The first thing I usually do is select a color palette. And that can be the colors that your kid likes and is willing to wear. Like, I have one who's like, I only like black, red, and gray. Like, this is it.
They've put you in a box.
Yeah, exactly. You have picky kids, right? You got to work with what they're going to wear. But with my daughter, she's pretty easygoing, and I just selected this dress, and I loved the colors in it, and we just drew inspiration from the pattern.
This is Coco getting ready for 3rd grade, right, girlfriend? Yes, she looks so cute. So the dress then set the palette. It set the whole color scheme.
Yeah, I got the color inspiration from the dress.
All right, your next tip, your next guiding point is to do the math. What do you mean by that?
Well, doing the math, you want double the number of tops than bottoms. Okay. Because people remember what you wear on top more than what you wear on bottom. Plus, it gets dirty faster usually.
True.
It's like closer to our mouths, right?
Yes.
So,
our food.
yeah, exactly. So you just want to make sure you do double that. And you're going to be tempted to cut layers out when you do your items of clothing. Don't. Because actually you get more flexibility in your wardrobe by layering your clothing.
What about shoes, footwear? Does that play into this?
Yeah, absolutely. So shoes, what we want to do is we want to choose shoes with different functions. So here we've gotten like a sneaker and a boot. And so we can switch those back and forth, and they're going to have different purposes. You could have also done a flat, but you want to make sure you don't just have like 2 pairs of sneakers or 2 pairs of boots. You want different functions.
You want versatility, but the boots are going to go with almost everything. The sneakers are going to go with everything.
Yeah, and it gives kids independence. That's one of the things I love. Like, I can send my kids to their closet to get dressed and know that they're not going to walk out looking like a hot mess, because everything goes with everything else,
looking like my 3-year-old looks these days, now that she's decided to dress herself.
I know that feeling.
But it all coordinates, it all goes. And what about accessories? Do they play into this at all?
Yeah, accessories make a big difference, you know, like little headbands, little necklaces. It allows them to personalize. Right. And it's kind of like adding grammar and punctuation to your outfits. It really gives it meaning and flair and personality.
I like that analogy. So how many pieces total are we going for? Is there a count? Is there a number?
You know, I've done a minimized one here. I would with 5 items, and then we got 5 outfits out of it. But usually what I do is 10 items of clothing, and then you get 10 outfits. That's 2 weeks. And then you get that, you know, obligatory 2-week no repetition kind of thing going on that we do here in America. So it works out really well.
That we self-impose.
Yeah, exactly.
On ourselves. So the dress, the shirt becomes kind of almost like a cardigan over the dress.
We just layered it over the top, tied it up, and we could have even taken this same Oxford here and tied it around the waist. There's different ways that we didn't even show, but each item needs to be used at least 2 times, or you shouldn't include it in the cluster. Like, pick something else that's more versatile.
I think I love this probably the most because of the simplification. Like, it puts my mom brain at ease.
Yeah, exactly.
We've shown off a girl's capsule wardrobe here. I know you've got some fabulous video resources that people can really just dial in and copy.
Yeah, exactly. On my blog, I've got one for tween girls, because I know those are tricky to dress. I've also got one for those really skinny, slim boys. But I have, you know, go back in my catalog, I've got tons of them. I've been doing them for a long time, so
I love that you do this. I love that you help moms. Where can we dial into your capsule videos?
CardiganEmpire.com, and you can just find them there.
I love your website too, because you're not just buy this, buy that. You're showing us how to do it.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And how to pull it off. She's your girl, your fashion girl in the corner that you want on your team. We'll post her website on our website too to make it easy for you to click over. And the capsule wardrobe now extending to the elementary school ages and beyond. Rachel, thank you so much. Studio5.ksl.com is where you go. You're going to click on the Style tab at the top of your screen, and plenty of style conversations and resources and links will all be provided there at your fingertips.